Hello Lyoko Warriors, and welcome to the first Lyoko Connect, an event that brings and connects fans from all over the community and world to experience together the latest updates and exclusive content from our favorite projects. Now these are pretty much my community update videos I did in the past, but with a new look and a name, as well as first time adding exclusive content to it, which now has turned into something super fun. Expect these events to happen at least once or twice a year. Ideally I would like to do one early in the year and then one during the summer. I started this idea in January, but life be lifing, so that's why I couldn't get this one out sooner. And because of that, some of the exclusive content has already been shared, so you might have already seen it if you're really into the community, but there's still a few exclusive content to show here. So let's go ahead and get started with this presentation. Here is our first preview.
I don't really know why I'm writing tonight. I guess I just need to put these thoughts somewhere before they drive me crazy. School feels overwhelming lately. And not because I'm failing, I'm not, but because everything suddenly seems to matter so much more. Grades, exams, choices. Feels like this year could decide everything. And that scares me more than I want to admit. I really want to succeed this year. Not just for my parents, but for myself. I want to believe that I can move forward without losing everything that matters to me.
Some days it feels like everyone else already knows where they're going, and I'm the only one that's still stuck trying to figure it out. And then there's Yumi. Between her and me, it's supposed to be just good friends and nothing more. That's how it always been. And for a while, I guess it was easier to go along with that and not to think hard about it. But lately, it doesn't feel that simple anymore. And that's the part that keeps bothering me, even when I try to focus on something else.
I worry about Yumi. She says she's fine, and most of the time, she looks like she is. But I can tell she's carrying a lot. I wish I knew how to help without making it worse. Sometimes just being there is all I can do. For now, all I can do is stay close to the people that matter to me and keep moving forward, even when I'm not sure where we're going.
People don't really say it out loud, but you can tell when they think you don't really belong yet. It's in the way they look at you or talk behind your back, the way they already know where to go and what to do while you're still figuring things out. What I need is the chance to prove that I'm not here by accident, that I didn't just end up here because there was an empty spot to fill.
I think about my father sometimes, about the choices he made, and whether he ever felt this unsure. I wish I could ask him what he'd do now. But I guess that's something I have to figure out on my own.
What bothers me the most about Xana isn't the attacks themselves, but the logic behind them. Or rather, the lack thereof. There's no single objective anymore. No clear endgame. Manipulating environments isn't enough. It now plays with people, with their fears and their doubts. It's like it's testing our limits before we finally break. It's also becoming obvious that Aelita's no longer its priority, and that part is unsettling.
Our enemy is stronger now, smarter, and every plan feels like it's hanging by a thread. I'm scared that one mistake, one wrong choice, could be enough to ruin everything I'm trying so hard to keep together.
You're too late. What you sought to protect has already ceased to exist.
What you just watched was a customized trailer of Lyoko Resurgence that I meshed together from the teases that we already have so far, but also including voiceovers from most of the main characters' diaries that you can listen to fully in the near future. As I talk more about this wonderful project, I will be displaying some art, which a couple of them have not been shared yet, and I'll be doing that for each project. Resurgence is a fan-made graphic novel where most people don't know and get confused about. The fan game also consists of illustrations, an amazing OST, and occasional creator streams with Shizu. After production of the game, if everything goes well, they plan on making the game into an animated series, so it's not 100% guaranteed, that's a later plan. Some of the plot of the game reads, after months go by after shutting the supercomputer down, Jeremy encrypts an encrypted message, one that was never meant for him. He goes the entire summer not informing the others. Once he's able to decode the message, he finds that the info is certainly chilling. Addressed to Waldo Schaefer, the message shatters everything they thought they knew about the past, resurrecting secrets believed to be buried forever, revelations capable of calling everything into question. Forced to dive back into what they once left behind, the group is confronted with a threat that no longer operates as it once did. Now here are some music tracks you may or may have not heard. Take a listen. I think Resurgence has one of the best OSTs out there, and I can't wait for more tracks to be released. It is so good. Shizu has done an amazing job with the OST. I know Jay has done a couple for the project as well. In other CLR news, Shizu has recently updated the Resurgence website, and now has a slick and refreshed look. Also, a new full trailer has recently just released, so go check it out later today. You can follow everything Resurgence from the social links provided in the description.
Salut, c'est moi, l'ado dans ma chambre. J'ai mal dans ma peau, mais je sais pas pourquoi. Je me cherche un peu, c'est moi où je suis fou. Je m'invente un jeu, y'a que moi qui joue. Avec mes tocs à la con, j'avance pas, j'en reviens pas. Avec mes tocs à la con, je suis plus que l'ombre de moi. Qu'est-ce qui tourne par où? Chez moi, je sais pas. J'ai beau retourner la question, je trouve pas ce qui cloche chez moi. Je passe pas sous les échelles, je change des fois de trottoir. À force de me faire la belle, je suis le lapin dans les phares. Qui a trouvé ces règles? Qui se joue de moi? Tous les jours c'est pareil.
That was the latest video for Imudelki's fan game IFSCL, celebrating now 16 years. As most of you already know, IFSCL is a fan game where you get to be the guy on the chair, the ultimate Jeremy simulator. Play as Jeremy where you help the Lyoko Warriors find and deactivate towers. This game somewhat recently got a story mode with a couple of chapters that are playable right now. The latest update of 4.0.x featured Xana warriors on the Replika factories, new locations, new characters, and new 2D and 3D cutscenes, and so much more. Fun fact, Emu's 4.0.x update trailer was his most viewed trailer in the history of Emu's YouTube channel, with over 120k views in just around 2 weeks. Insane, and good for you, man. That's just awesome. Eventually I will play this game for the first time. It's going to happen. Emu is also very slowly working on his other fan game, Lyoko Conquerors, very little at a time. The game still gets a few weeks of work each year. This is a multiplayer strategy game, a prototype among prototypes, Emu says. Emu doesn't plan or no longer plans to create a full solo campaign for William set between Lyoko Seasons 3 and 4, which remains the foundation of this game's lore. The game has copies of William battling on replicas, a cruel training program designed to determine which one will be worthy of being the conqueror of Lyoko. Emu says that there's still quite a bit left to do before it deserves a public release, such as a single player mode to help players new to the RTS genre. A multiplayer mode with a local server would also be welcome, since the current multiplayer relies on a free server he has, but which is limited to a maximum of 20 players worldwide at any given time, which is not a lot. As a reminder, most game maps can accommodate up to 6 players simultaneously for matches lasting between 15 and 30 minutes. You create your monsters and capture opposing players' towers with your conqueror, your William. The goal, kill all the other conquerors and take control of their towers. As for gameplay, the game doesn't quite have the fun and charm Emu would like it to have, so he's still experimenting with different possibilities. So it'll keep sitting around for a while, indefinitely or not, but the goal remains the same, to eventually release a version with a reduced scope, but one that's playable and available to the public. Also, Emu has released version 4.8.6 and a new chapter 8, so go down to those links below and get started as soon as possible. Now let's talk a little bit about Lyoko Beyond. Beyond is a fan-made continuation with a Season 5 and Season 6 currently out and is now in the process of making the next episodes, 113 and 114. Beyond reuses references and adapts existing material to create what looks like lost episodes of Lyoko, just like mashing up songs together to make one new song. It's pretty cool. But please note that getting the new episodes will be a slower process this time around, as the scope of the project has grown and the scripts of the new episodes are now pushing far beyond, pun unintended, what existed in the original show, which means they simply can't reuse references or adapt existing material sometimes. Now they'll have to create new assets, new drawings, and custom animations from scratch, which is really great though. That naturally takes significantly more time. The creator is also managing another big project outside of Lyoko that takes a lot of his time, so just please be patient. More teases and updates for the upcoming episodes to follow, so stay in touch with the project in the links below. If you've been around the Kolyoko community for a pretty good while, then you might have heard of the French fan film, previously called Kolyoko Le Film, who also did Kolyoko Relight. Now their fan movie is called Return to the Past. The movie is based off of Kolyoko Chronicles, but don't worry, it's going to be their own version, and that makes this project even more intriguing to me because Chronicles isn't the best Kolyoko material out there, but you can go to my other videos about my opinions on that. Here are some words from the creators, Light and Rob. Kolyoko Return to the Past is a non-official fan film set in the world of Kolyoko. It's a project we've been carrying for about 10 years now, with a pretty simple idea at the start, to give the series a more complete ending. The ending of Kolyoko is almost 20 years old now. It left a strong impression on us, but it also left a lot of unanswered questions, especially around the backstory and some key elements of the universe. With this film, we wanted to go back and explore those areas in our own way, while staying true to the spirit of the original series. But Kolyoko Return to the Past isn't just a fan film, it's also a very human, very community-driven adventure. Over time, Kolyoko has become something that truly belongs to its fans, a loyal, passionate, and incredibly talented community. If the series is still so alive today, it's largely thanks to all the creative projects that keep it going. Our film is part of that movement. Return to the Past has been built slowly over time, through ideas, experiments, doubts, and the constant desire to do better. Little by little, we learn, we improve, and we grow more professional. What drives us is passion and trust in fan creation and what it can become when it's given time. Even though only 2 of us are carrying the project, Kolyoko Return to the Past exists thanks to this shared energy and the love for this universe. It's our way of saying thank you to Kolyoko and to everyone who continues to keep it alive. The story takes place after the victory against Xana. The supercomputer is shut down, everyone thinks it's finally over, and that normal life can start again. Except, of course, things didn't go as planned. Alita loses her memory. To try and help her remember, Jeremy, Odd, Oric, and Yumi plan a trip to the Hermitage, just before the new school year starts. Pretty quickly they realize that this place is still hiding a lot of things. Secrets connected to Lyoko, to the past, and to decisions made a long time ago, whose consequences are still very real. With Return to the Past, we're not trying to make a classic sequel or a reboot. The idea is more about going back to the core of what Kolyoko is really about. A group of teens facing problems way bigger than themselves. Crazy stakes mixed with very human concerns and characters who doubt, make mistakes, and have to deal with the consequences of their choices. The atmosphere is calmer, more mysterious, sometimes a bit darker, but always true to the spirit of the series. In terms of inspiration, we draw from the animated series, the Chronicles books, especially the main storyline of Volume 1, The Underground Castle, and from all the thoughts and theories that we've had in our heads for years. We're fully aware that Chronicles took some narrative liberties compared to the series, like the involvement of the parents and the backstory. For us, those elements aren't canon, which is why we chose to pick up what speaks to us and what feels consistent with the animated series. Where are we at? Even though we've been pretty quiet on social media, the project is still moving forward. We're continuing to work hard on the fan film, mostly behind the scenes and at our own pace, without trying to constantly build hype around it. We'd rather make real progress than multiply announcements. This message is mostly here to say hi and to reassure you, the project is very much alive. It'll still take a bit of patience before you get to discover Return to the Past, but the adventure is definitely continuing, step by step. If people are curious to know what Ozberk has been up to, he is still on his much-deserved hiatus from making Kolyoko content. His last episodes for Kolyoko Adventures and a movie sequel are still on his to-do list, but for now Oz will be taking his time and to focus on other material and series to help him improve and gain more experiences. Don't worry, Ozberk Ozen will return in Avengers Doomsday. Alright, next. Y'all like Kolyoko music, right? Our resident music guy of the community, JCLM, or Just J, has new recent Lyoko tracks, from remakes of certain scenes, originals, and some for Resurgence. Take a listen. While we're still on music, something that fans have wanted for a very long time is an official OST release of all other themes that you hear throughout the series, such like all the chaotic themes, the character themes that play in specific scenes, and of course all the Lyoko tracks. If you haven't heard already, that might actually happen in the possible near future. The original composers of the series, Sergei Tavidian and Herman Martin, as well as the Anthologies record label, and its founder are hoping to produce a limited edition vinyl of the series OST. But they need your help to bring this project to life. In order to best meet fan demands, the Anthologies record label is asking for as many as possible to respond to their questionnaire that was made, so they can perfect the product and offer the best track list they can. Answer according to your own preferences so the product can be best correspond to what the majority of potential buyers want to hear from it. The questionnaire is still available and will be linked in the description. Before we get into the next project, I want to quickly share two cool new Lyoko things I found. If you're a Mario Kart Wii fan, someone made a Xana William mod for someone else, including both the player model and bike textures with the new Xana logo. Loved this game back then and think this mod is really neat. Was not expecting this at all. The other thing is about some mad lad from Reddit who brought back a super dead project called the Lyoko MMORPG. Do you remember that? Well, User Mediator 2011 has done amazing work reversing the English version of the cancelled project. What all works is the character creation, battle system with monsters, and online multiplayer. Yeah. It also has dungeon, forest, and mountain maps as the sectors. This is still a work in progress, especially the multiplayer. There hasn't been an update in a few months though, but by the way, the songs that's playing right now during the character selection screen is so good that I'll need Jay to rip it and recreate it. Maybe we'll make it into a full song, I don't know. The theme song though is on loop throughout the main game mode and multiplayer. So as much as I love the theme song, that can get annoying real quick. But I'm really impressed with what has been done with this so far. It's really amazing. I did not think I would ever see this again. They also posted an update recently, a few days ago. And I'll post a screenshot here and then you can pause it another time later. And I will also show some footage of the new update. It is insane, man. I mean, look at that. It's like, obviously it's giving me the Pokemon vibes. Obviously the monsters are not really Lyoko-ish, besides the Xana logo on them. But like, yeah, there's still some bugs here and there, but you know, that's a given. This is still an early project, but man, they've come a long way of getting this thing working. It's crazy. You can go download it right now and try it out with friends. Links below. For our next presentation, no Lyoko fans will be triggered. Tavi's Evolution is a fan-made game over the beloved Evolution series created by Octave. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Roblox scene, but I thought it was interesting to find an Evolution game, and I just think that is so based. But for real, I do think it's cool and interesting. Octave is still currently working on the game, with still lots to do, but you're still able to jump in with the latest update. Just know the game is still in the early stages. 2.0 will have improved models, coding, and graphics, which could release at any time when they think it's ready.
Je vous dérange?
Pas du tout, Marie.
Est-ce que vous avez le rapport prod Lizard dans vos documents?
Pourquoi ça?
Commande annulée. On arrête la chaîne de production, et ça commence par le fait de mettre fin aux recherches scientifiques.
D'accord. On sait pourquoi?
Xavier INC a réussi à récupérer le client. Je ne sais comment. Le boss est fou de rage.
C'est quoi ça, Xavier INC? Ils ont le droit de faire ça?
Ils étaient plutôt discrets, mais depuis plusieurs mois, ils nous font ouvertement concurrence. Il y a moyen qu'on les attaque en justice. Pour l'instant, on rassemble les preuves.
À ce sujet, j'ai une amie qui est avocate, Yumi Ishiyama. Je crois que ce genre d'affaires entre dans ses compétences. Si jamais...
Je vous remercie pour la suggestion, Elita. Je transmets l'information. On va se renseigner.
Je suis rentrée.
Ah, salut Elita. Bien passé ta journée?
J'ai connu pire. Mais ça commence à pas mal s'agiter au bureau en ce moment. Tu connaissais, toi, Xavier INC?
Oui, ça me parle. Ils ont racheté le terrain où se trouvait l'usine en 2010, mais n'ont jamais rien fait avec.
Bizarre un peu, ça.
J'ai cru comprendre qu'ils voulaient l'utiliser pour créer des pièces électroniques, mais ça n'a jamais dépassé le stade de projet, va savoir pourquoi. Rien à voir, mais regarde un peu ce que j'ai trouvé.
C'est le journal de mon père. Celui de la tour, il manque des morceaux.
Non seulement Xana l'avait crypté, mais avait supprimé des parties complètes.
C'est pas possible.
Par contre, au labo, j'ai remarqué quelque chose d'inhabituel. J'ai décidé de fouiller l'intégralité du système créé par ton père. Je l'avais déjà fait avant, mais j'avais pas autant d'expérience. Il y a quelque chose à laquelle je n'avais pas fait attention. Les pointeurs.
Oui, qu'est-ce qu'ils ont, les pointeurs?
Regarde mieux le code. La destruction des pointeurs est peu commune.
Attends une minute. Ils sont pas détruits?
Dans la structure générale de Lyoko, ils sont modifiés pour pointer ailleurs au lieu d'être détruits. Et je me suis dit que c'était franchement étrange. Puis j'ai remarqué qu'un script les faisait aller sur la mémoire d'un sous-programme qui s'appelle mémoire tampon. Alors, naturellement, je me suis dit, si les pointeurs sont modifiés pour pointer vers cette mémoire tampon, y a-t-il une chance pour que les données en elles-mêmes y existent toujours?
C'est...
Ouais, c'est dingue. Et en fouillant cette piste, ça m'a permis de découvrir qu'il y avait quelque chose de bien plus gros. Cette mémoire tampon, si je m'en réfère au code que j'ai trouvé à son sujet, c'est un territoire à part entière. Un qu'on n'a jamais vu avant, mais qui n'apparaît pas sur le map, mais qui existe bel et bien. Et je crois savoir comment y accéder.
What you just heard was an audio snippet of Virtual Frontières, a fan audio fiction set 20 years after Season 4 of Lyoko. This was an opening scene of the second episode of the box set that is in production called Project Carthage 1. Box sets are sets of 4 episodes, which is better than listening to just one, right? The first episode is already out on their YouTube. This is in French only, but will have subtitles for other languages. Socials below and expect the next episode soon. MRCL is your dedicated Minecraft server for Lyoko. It is truly well made by a very talented crew. It amazes me how much they have improved over the years, even just the past couple of years alone when I first tried the server out, and I will be back soon, bet on that. In past updates, they have included monsters with new attacks and weak points, vehicles being able to fly more with their balance very subject to change, GOI updates, access old worlds from the past like Frozen Forest, Nightmare Forest, and Old Sector 5 and Kaz's Kadik, as well as the return of Ninja's Arcade. As of their latest update called the Fallen Warriors update, get to discover the effects of permanent Xanification. You can be any one of the warriors, and I believe your goal is to free them from Xana. They also got cool new looking monsters, and you do not need mods to play, so anyone can join, so go click those links! Alright, next. I hope the people who got triggered by evolution stayed because I'm gonna do it again. We have two, count them, two, Evo games. This next one is called Revenge of Tyron. Now, while it is an evolution game, they are still working on the Cortex and ninjas that have been teased in the past. Here is some sick footage of what to expect in the future, as well as what is already out. Beautiful, isn't it? I love the love for the digital C in today's event. I also really love the character selection wheel, the fluid and smooth navskid mechanics, and the way the navskids return to Aelita when you can still move. It's all so good! Still to come are the sea monsters, and so far only the conger has been revealed. The team has stated that it will be able to chase you down and shoot at you with its eyes, while the navskids will be able to fight back with their torpedoes. All of this will likely make for some extremely intense gameplay sequences combining speed, precision, and strategy. I'm usually not a fan of watching digital sea scenes or even in the games, but this cuts the virtual cake. This looks like fun chaos and I cannot wait. Just imagine if we get online multiplayer with this game mode, because oh my god. Other details on this game is that there are several modes you can play. One called New Challenge Mode. It will bring a whole new gaming experience with more intense battles that are different from anything they've done before. It will allow you to play as various characters throughout the Lyoko universe, ranging from the Lyoko Warriors to Xana's monsters, and soon even Tyron's ninjas. This game mode allows us to go beyond the limits of what's possible without affecting the coherence of the story to come, which will be completely separate. This mode consists of several missions. You can also choose between solo or split screen depending on the mission assigned to you. One of the missions has you inside iconic parts of Sector 5, despite it not being fully complete. The final mission gives you a taste of what's to come, with new mechanics and cinematic sequences that will set the standards for the adventures ahead. Includes fan favorite monsters along with new monsters in collab with Lyoko Aftermath, plus a lot more that you can learn about on their website and of course playing their game. I will be playing and streaming this game eventually in the near future. 2 new systems coming soon if not already available. A new system that allows you to place and remove markers visible both on the map and in-game, and another new system that lets the player teleport from one point to another as fast travel. If you are ever having trouble with gameplay and or what to do, community member and content creator Ladno has created a helpful video of tips. You should definitely go check that out. The future of RDT has stated they will no longer announce release dates in advance and will instead announce them naturally based on the actual state of development. 100% focus is now all on version 1.0, which is the final goal for which this game has existed from the beginning. 1.0 is going to have the story mode, the real world, full Sector 5, Cortex, Digital C, replicas, local and online multiplayer, new quests, events, and outfits, and of course visual and gameplay enhancements. So pretty much everything you have seen so far is still a work in progress, so things could change by the time it's released. You know where to go to get your hands on it. To end this section, here's a bit more footage on some of their current progress.
Vous disiez donc que pour cette potentielle suite, pas de live action, pas de reboot, une envie de lancer une vraie saison 5 alors que nos héros sont au lycée. Ma question, elle est simple. Qu'en est-il aujourd'hui? Où est-ce que vous en êtes sur cette création? Le peuple veut savoir. Peuple Lyoko veut savoir.
Eh ben, alors, c'est parti.
Vas-y.
Je suis en train d'écrire la suite de Code Lyoko. C'est parti. Je suis en train d'écrire la suite de Code Lyoko. Donc je suis pas toute seule, je travaille avec Jerome François, qui est un des auteurs historiques de la série.
Je suis très heureux parce que on travaille avec Tania Palombo et Thomas Romain.
Thomas Romain revient sur le projet.
Tout à fait.
Tout le monde revient.
Oh, ah oui. Parce que là, Thomas Romain, effectivement, on sait que voilà, c'était. Thomas Romain était notamment parti pour Urban Star Racer et d'autres projets
exactement. Et donc,
au Japon.
je travaille avec lui depuis le Japon. Voilà, rien n'est fait, mais disons qu'on travaille dessus.
Ouais.
Et là, maintenant, ça devient concret. Ça devrait, on devrait avoir des annonces très précises à faire, je pense, à la rentrée. Mais de toute façon, on voulait vous réserver. Enfin, c'est avec vous qu'on veut le faire. Donc, en tout cas pour vous, entre autres. Donc voilà, c'est à vous qu'on voulait réserver cette annonce. Que c'est en faisance, que c'est en cours, que c'est pas encore complètement, mais voilà, il y a de fortes chances et Sophie travaille déjà sur la suite.
J'ai un dossier sur mon ordinateur avec marqué nouvelle saison de Code Lyoko.
Du coup, dans l'intervalle, je suis devenu producteur. Et voilà, et donc
c'est toute la différence.
Voilà, et ça change. Et je n'étais que réalisateur.
Là, vous seriez réalisateur et producteur.
Et donc, quand vous êtes producteur, c'est vous qui avez les droits. Et donc ça change tout.
On va continuer à creuser les problématiques comme machine. Voilà, c'est ce que je peux vous dire. C'est-à-dire que cette problématique de d'IA et de rapport entre l'homme et la machine, ça va être au cœur de la nouvelle saison.
All right, you heard them. Lyoko is currently coming back.
Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
A world where we will be safe.
I need you right now. Right now. I need you right now. Right now. I need you right now.
Where's the keys to Lyoko? You'll be ready to get out of the supercomputer.
Right now. Right now. I need you right now.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
It's every day, bro, with that Lyoko flow. Lyoko is making its way back to our TVs, or other devices. The third interview of this decade with the director and head writer Jerome and Sophie finally took place. The interview was held at the Kauai Campus Club of Radio Campus Orleans that was heard on 88.3 FM and on their website, with a special 2-hour live show with the duo. During this live broadcast, Sophie and Jerome shared behind-the-scenes stories and production secrets from Lyoko, which Sophie had to maintain some mystery, and I wonder why that is. They also looked back on the show's worldwide success and discussed the incredible fan culture that has kept the series alive for over 2 decades. Near the end, the two were asked a question, and I will quote and translate what was said from the Radio Campus's website. Quote, Sophie finally uttered the sentence everyone was waiting for, carefully choosing her words and ending to thunderous applause from the audience. I'm currently writing the sequel to Lyoko. Jerome added on top of that, saying both co-creators of Lyoko, Thomas Romain and Tanya Palombo, will be returning for the project. Now this is also really huge news because Tanya has left the art scene since the original show ended. And Thomas left very early on due to not getting a serialized format and a darker themed show, but also because he took an opportunity to work on a series with more freedom called Urban Star Racers, and moved to Japan to do so, and created a beautiful life there. Also, Thomas Romain posted a couple tweets recently, one with him saying, working on some new designs for Lyoko today. It's been 25 years later since we developed the first project, and I'm sure he really loved tweeting that. Also, don't worry guys, he has confirmed that the foreheads are staying, and better yet, they're getting bigger. Hell yeah, we love to hear that. And his other tweet was, hey, I'm currently working at Glitch as art director on a project, and we are recruiting a couple of artists. So, this is most likely not Lyoko. Glitch is from Australia, so they're most likely not going to be doing a studio anywhere else but in France. So, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I'd be shocked, to be completely honest. So he's probably working on a different project. It's definitely possible to work on 2 different projects, especially if you're, an art director. And I believe he's an art director of some sorts in the Lyoko project as well. or if not just in character design, because those are mostly in like a supervising type of role, so it's definitely doable to do more than one job. And Sophie is actually working on 2 different projects as well. She's also like running, I think she's running as a producer of another project while being the head writer for Lyoko, so it's definitely possible. So I just wanted to be clear on that. Jerome emphasized his new role as producer, which changes everything in terms of rights control. He stressed that he would be uncompromising in respecting their creative freedom and the original work. While discussions are still ongoing, there's a strong chance, he stated, adding, "Now it's becoming concrete." The duo indicated that very specific announcements should be made in the fall of 2026. So probably not the anniversary date on September 3rd. Sophie also mentioned that most of the original writers are on board and that the original French voice cast will be returning. Nothing has been said about the English cast or any other cast, so there's probably dubbing rights that have to be situated. And besides, the show has to be like fully made and released before we get any news on that. I know there are a group of people that are saying that I'm not falling for this again, we've been here before. Well, no you haven't actually. Before Jerome and Sophie's interest in bringing back the show, it was all fan speculation that Lyoko might come back when MediaToon would put Lyoko on platforms like Amazon Prime, a TV channel called, I think, Game On, and of course the most popular topic at the time with Netflix in 2020. Those would always get fans talking and theorizing, and also even way back before that when, the rights were bought during that whole transition. But this is different, man. Like, I'm not trying to convince you or anything, but when you hear the former director and head writer say they're working on getting the rights to Lyoko and finally following up on it with saying they're finally writing a season 5 along with the creators who made it exist in the first place, yeah, it's a big deal. Like, they wouldn't be saying to us, like, things are rolling fast now and rights are becoming more concrete if the plan fell through, of course. They wouldn't be telling us they're bringing Thomas Romain all the way from Japan to work on this. Like, come on now, that just means they're finally at a place to start bringing people on and updating us about it, because progress has been made and is thankfully moving forward. Now, yes, they can still run into walls that could prevent them to completing their plan, no doubt. It's totally valid to keep your expectations low, and I do recommend that as well, but you can't say things are not in motion. And remember, Jerome and Sophie had several ideas and plans they couldn't give us back in the day. So this new season 5 isn't something that they're doing just to keep the show alive. It's because they have stories that they didn't get to tell us, especially with the backstory with France Hopper and Carthage. There was the pitch of them wanting to do a 3-part movie on that alone, back when season 4 ended. So this new season 5 is something to look forward to if you're a fan. The most important thing is that at least it's in good hands with people who worked on it before. That's probably the most satisfying thing to hear. So here's to Lyoko and the Lyoko Warriors everywhere. Here we are, going far. Alright, so one more thing I want to go over real quick. So as for my channel and upcoming content, me and my team will be finishing off our Lyoko episode tier streams. We have 2 more streams with 2 episodes discussions each. Please join us in our 2-parter finale to hear our opinions and takes on the last 4 episodes. Part 1 will be next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern over Cold Sweat and Down to Earth. We do plan to do an Evolution tier stream as well, sometime later this year. More of the Lyoko chat videos will return later this summer as well. These will be structured in a certain way now that I think will be very fun. We'll still have our main topics of the video as well as our usual group shenanigans. That'll never stop. But we'll also try and feature and showcase fan art near the end of each video. I'm always checking the hashtag Lyoko on Twitter and mostly Reddit for fan art. So whenever I do add yours in a video, I will let you know. On top of that, I plan to have special community guests on featured videos, as well as fans to get the chance to be a guest in a Lyoko chat video from time to time, and would be a great time for a self-plug. But you would have to be in our Discord server for a good amount of time so we can get to know you first. And please do join our Discord server. It's a safe place to get away from the world, and it is a lot of fun. We would love to meet and chat with you. Other content includes scheduled streams where I hang and play a game with the viewers, then jump to doing a reaction to a Lyoko video, then hop on and play a Lyoko fan game, and end with another game I am currently playing. It will be a fun and chill time. These streams will include, gasp, a webcam. Now, if I don't go with the webcam, because I've been on and off about it, a face reveal is inevitable now, and you won't see it coming when it happens. Besides the Lyoko chat videos, I will be sharing a couple of other videos just to celebrate 10 plus years of creating Lyoko content, being in the Lyoko community, been in, fan projects in the past, just creating content in general. I can't believe it's been over 10 years since I've been in this community. I met a lot of great people along the way, and I just want to say thank you to all the people who have supported me throughout the years. This community is just the best, man. I freaking love y'all. Oh, and oh my god, and also besides the 2 videos I just mentioned, I'm also working on another special project which I hope to release and share with you all soon. Just so much content! You know I'm always trying to come up with bigger things for this community. I have so many fun and cool ideas that come to my head that sometimes all of it can be a bit underwhelming, but I know that they'll be worth it once they're finally released. So thanks so much for watching and everyone that joined the live premiere. This was so much fun to create, and we'll see if I'll do another one early next year, but we'll see. Like I said, I got lots of other content that I want to get out there. I wish everyone a great weekend, rock on, and I will close this out with one more video before I take my small break. Enjoy!
June 6th, 1994, day 67. Project Carthage was a military program designed to block enemy communication. So I built a supercomputer, created Lyoko, and last of all, Xana, to destroy Carthage.